This is Volusia Today, a public information radio program brought to you by the County of Volusia.
Good morning, Volusia County. My name is Michael, and you are listening to Volusia Today, your one and only trusted source for local Volusia County news. Maggie, that was good.
That was good. That was
Is that
solid.
what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get rid of all that other stuff. I am joined today by my my co-host, Maggie. Good morning, Maggie. How are you?
Good. Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I have a secret.
You have a secret.
Yeah, I do. I have a secret. We have another co-host today.
Oh.
It's Heather.
Surprise! Really
today,
concerned for a
that was
second.
not
I was like,
the
oh my gosh,
secret.
what is happening?
That was not the secret. But the secret is today is Heather's last day as a Volusia County employee and a communications specialist, marketing. What is your title? I don't know.
We are marketing specialists, public information officers, you name it, social media coordinators, event planners, radio hosts.
Yes.
How do you want?
All of that.
Yes, we've got a lot of titles.
So as since it is your last day,
Yeah.
you have to do me the honor of being the host today.
Oh my
So I'm going to stand
gosh.
up, but we're going to change chairs. Thank you very much.
This is like his
Daryl, bear with me.
We're going to have to change the height again. I know we had this problem when Dave became the host.
Oh, no.
We're going to have to change the height again. All right, I am no
Oh,
longer
it's
the
not too
host.
bad.
I am no longer in charge. It's your show.
Well, welcome to
Tear it up.
Volusia Today, everyone. Volusia County. As the host, I'm going to take advantage of this and give a shout out to my loyal listener out in the real world, my father-in-law, Tom.
That's beautiful.
He always is like, I listened to you today. It was a great show. So he may be my only listener. But hey, Tom. Thanks for listening. I hope you continue to listen when I'm gone, because I do feel like this show does provide a lot of information to our community. I also feel like our social media provides a lot of information to our community. So I do plan on, as a resident and just a regular citizen out in the wild, to continue following you all, continue following your social media, continue to going on the website and looking at news releases, which I feel like a lot of people don't think about or don't have in their daily, Facebook scroll. Maybe I'm going to add
They
that.
all say, listen, you're about to see the Ryan family handshake, as you like to call it. They all say that. You're going to stop listening. You're not going to. You're going to go on to your new life and
No,
forget
because
us.
listeners, I'm sure they're on the edge of their seats wondering where I'm going. I am going back to being a stay-at-home mom. I did it a little bit when my kids were newborn and a 2-year-old. Now they are 3 and 5. And our family just decided that this was the right place for us and for me.
They're getting a little out of control. They need some management.
They need just some motherly love. And I'm the only one that can provide that for them.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
We're going to miss you. Today is your show. Run it. Let's go.
So I think we were going to kick off the show talking a little bit about the wildfire out in Port Orange. I know Michael had mentioned you're a Port Orange resident. You saw it when you came.
Yeah, it was crazy last night. I was driving home about 6:45, 6:50, and on Williamson right there at Bevel, and you could see the smoke. And then as soon as I started going toward my own house, you could see the flames, and I don't know, 18 foot high, 20 foot. They were high. It was a lot. And there was nobody on the scene. It was crazy. And so then once I got a little closer to Town Park, that neighborhood, I could see that the wildfire had jumped Williamson, was on the other side where the homes are. It was no longer, yeah. And so so I called 911, and they said, yeah, we know about it. We're on the way.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
You're a good citizen.
I know, well.
There's one of that theory that everyone thinks that everyone else is calling, so no one calls.
Yeah, that gets me.
Yeah, no,
Good
that
job.
was like 7 steps from my door. I was calling somebody. It was not going to happen.
Michael's out there with a water hose, help.
Well, and in full disclosure and full transparency, because I know people and I actually have a cell phone with some important numbers. I actually called the fire chief, and we had called a bunch of other people and made sure what was going on. So the forestry, it had been burning earlier in the day, and they had it under control, and the forestry service was still on the scene. I couldn't see them; they were inside. But Daytona had left because they thought it was under control and contained.
Oh,
And so when we called, and they realized it was not contained or had flared back up, then all of a sudden Williamson shut down, and there's still, even this morning when I woke up, I have to drive that way. There were 4 or 5 news crews out there, and they're still it's still smoldering.
Well, I think the good news is there's some rain in our forecast today.
Yes.
And if you are in that area, or if you need to be in that area, maybe avoid Williamson for the time being.
There's
if you
still,
can.
there's still a lot of people on the side of the road, and
I think there's
having
some
to navigate
smoke.
that. And there's
that
still a little
I
bit of
saw.
smoke, yeah.
Yeah.
Made for a beautiful sunset
I'm
with all the
sure.
smoke and stuff, yeah.
Silver lining, I suppose. Speaking about the heat, I don't know if you have noticed, it is excessively hot out there. And we are heading into Mother's Day weekend. Michael, here's your official reminder. You can't
Thank you
say-
very much.
Yes.
I have reservations, thank you.
Oh, very nice.
And all the listeners, Mother's Day is Sunday. So for all those moms in your life, if you are planning to go to Volusia County beaches, again, it is hot. So stay hydrated. Make sure you have that sunscreen. The beaches are going to be a little bit more crowded than usual.
Right.
But if you are looking for somewhere to park, we actually have a new parking area in Daytona Beach. It is the Sun and Surf Park, and it debuts on May 10th. And partly funded by Echo. It's got a bunch of parking spaces, some ADA parking spaces, an ADA accessible beach ramp, which again is also great for the moms with the wagon and all the things, the snacks.
First of all, dads pulled the wagons
water.
and the snacks too. I don't know. It's so sexist, man.
It has some showers, which again is a parent's dream, Michael. Parents, mom and dad.
Yes.
So we can make sure nobody gets in that car all sandy. Some bike racks, and it was named after the Sun and Surf Motel that was there. I think,
Oh, I didn't
in
know that. That's
area.
cool.
Yeah. So there will be an official ribbon cutting ceremony. We'll announce that when it happens. But if you are looking for a place to go, the Sun and Surf Park, 726 North Atlantic in Daytona Beach. So
And when does that open?
May 10th. What is that?
What's today?
Today.
Oh, it is today, isn't it?
I was
Yes.
gonna say, I'm pretty sure it's this morning.
Sometimes, Maggie, you got to lead the horse to water.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I can't force it to drink though. So
No.
And for our daily listeners, our weekly listeners that always listen,
The listeners who always listen.
swim in front of that staff lifeguard tower. You'd thought you might get away without us saying that, but not today.
no.
And download the Volusia Beaches app where you can find those staff lifeguard towers. Yep. Oh, let's see. So, Michael, I think you were maybe going to attend this, but the Daytona Beach CVB had their tourism awards for Visitors' Choice.
They did on Wednesday. It was at the Hard Rock, and the great news for us was Volusia County won an award for, and I don't have the exact language.
It is
but
the Award of Excellence.
is that what it is?
Yeah.
For our beaches?
For our beaches, all of our beaches. And when I was reading into what that meant, there's a handful of categories, and Volusia Beaches was nominated for so many of them that it just became the Award of Excellence.
I think a lot of people don't know how much time and work and really funding and money and people and resources go into the beaches. You kind of think it's just natural and it's there, and I go throw my blanket down and go home. Well, there's still a whole lot that goes into keeping the beaches nice and clean and accessible. So we're very proud of that award for our staff.
We are. Among the other lists that we won, our best park for Lighthouse Point Park in Ponce Inlet. Have you been?
I have.
I think you went
Yeah.
recently. It's right near the Marine Science Center, so you can kind of make a whole day out of it.
You're getting married there, right? I
Not
forget. I
there.
forget the locations.
In New Smyrna,
No,
but
okay.
not there, not Ponce.
My bad.
Close.
In Volusia County, somewhere in the county, getting married at some point.
Can you get married at the lighthouse? You probably can, right?
I'm sure you
I
could
assume
get
you
married on the
probably could.
beach, and there's pavilions. You could probably rent some of the pavilions for the day. There's restrooms. What else do you need?
That's all I needed for my wedding. That's
And then we were runner-up for Best Entertainment Venue at the Ocean Center and Best Family Entertainment at the Marine Science Center. And speaking of entertainment at the Ocean Center, Burt Kreischer.
yes.
They still have tickets for Father's Day. We talked a little bit about Mother's Day. We can segue to Father's Day now.
Yes.
And I don't know if you've listened to Burt Kreischer, if you're a fan of him. We actually just, he was a part of the Roast of Tom Brady that just
Oh, I've not seen it yet.
launched on Netflix. And
Yeah.
Burt Kreischer was one of the presenters or roasters. So I was like, wow, that's like, he's a big name.
Oh, he's legit,
If
yeah.
he's out doing the Roast of Tom Brady, the
Yeah.
GOAT, then like, he's got to be good.
With
So
the go. She said the go. Was it funny?
it was,
the roast?
It was pretty good, yeah.
So and Burt Kreischer's coming with a whole bill of people, right?
Yeah, because it's not just him; it's his fully loaded comedy tour. So
Yeah.
I think they have like a bunch of people. It's like actually, I think it's a festival, not even a tour.
Yeah.
So, June 16th, it is on, I think, Father's Day, and tickets are on sale at oceancenter.com.
Father's Day, Sarah Ryan. You know how to get tickets. I know she probably doesn't listen, but I'm waiting on my tickets. They're going to be in my inbox on about June 15th, I'm hoping.
Well, now that we've covered Father's Day and Mother's Day, I think it's a good time to take a little break. So we'll be back.
Subscribe to the Volusia County YouTube channel.
And hit the bell icon to know what's happening in your hometown.
There are so many great places to explore.
And things to learn.
With over 1,000 videos available right now, the channel offers something for everyone.
Let's go!
Did you know we have countless features showcasing history, nature, wildlife, and recreation? Subscribe and hit the bell icon.
Or that we live stream important county meetings and workshops where leaders make decisions that can impact our everyday lives. Did you subscribe yet?
Or that we record our weekly radio show, Volusia Today, where we interview staff from the different divisions and departments across our great county, and they discuss the nitty-gritty of their field and expertise.
Go ahead, subscribe.
But that's not it. There's more. Subscribe and hit the bell icon and fully explore.
Score!
All right, welcome back to Volusia Today. We were just talking about this weekend, and it's going to be some beautiful weather for Mother's Day. But we had some interesting stuff go on this week. Did you guys hear about the rescue Animal Services had?
I saw it on social media and looked through the pictures, and immediately it was very, very sad. Mm-hmm. But then there had been some follow-up in the week that I think kind of changed the route of the story.
Yeah, it ended up being a very sweet story. All of the animals ended up getting rescued. They got a call that there was 12 abused animals on May 6th. They showed up, they were able to seize the animals, and they brought them back to the Animal Services shelter, and then they were able to actually adopt them to the sheriffs who responded to the scene. So 3 of the dogs went out to the sheriffs, and all the other animals have all been adopted, which is really sweet. It was a really quick turnaround, which was really kind of cool to see. We got to see some like meeting of the dogs with the sheriff officers for the first time, which was really cool.
Maggie loved that.
It was
she did.
so cute.
You cried, didn't you?
Maybe a little. But it was so cute. It was so sweet. And to know that there's that bond there between, man and animal is really, really cool to see. But yeah, it was an awesome story that came out of it. And now, all those animals now get to be at their forever home and never have to worry about anything bad happening to them ever again.
I think one of them was like a snake or maybe
there was a reptilian that was adopted.
Oh, I saw in the article a tarantula.
Yes, there was a tarantula.
I'm sorry, did Maggie say reptilian?
A reptilian.
Nice. Wow. I'm going to look that up later, see what that is.
What? You don't know what a reptilian is?
So I mean, I think that part of the
reptile.
sad thing about that, I think it was actually a wellness check on a human, and when the deputies arrived, that's what they were expecting that, and then they stumble upon the animals, and it was very sad. But the partnership between the county and the sheriff's office, and having them all adopted out within like 48 hours was pretty amazing, right?
Yeah, it was awesome to see. I've never seen it in action. This is the first case that I've been able to actually see in real time kind of come to light.
Yeah.
But it was really cool to see that, like you're saying. I mean, you think about these people who are at their homes and you don't really think about the animals in this situation normally, unless you're like a neighbor and there's a dog in there. But if you're just a bystander, your first thought isn't about the animal because you don't know it's there.
Right.
And so for the sheriff's office going in, just doing a wellness check to then stumble upon these animals, to then be able to partner with Animal Services. I mean, what a beautiful story that's able to come out of that.
I'm assuming the sheriff's office may not have the training to walk into a situation and handle a snake and a tarantula.
Yeah, it was interesting. I was talking to our Animal Services people about that, because you think that sheriffs, they're used to going into all of those scenes, but it's actually a completely different investigation. And our staff, the Animal Services staff, are licensed or whatever they get to actually conduct those. It's a different investigation than it is with humans. And so it was pretty interesting learning what she does and or what the staff does, and kind of the methodology and science behind how they approach the investigation. I learned that animals in the eyes of the law are considered property, not pets. I think of them as little children or people or whatever, and they look at it like property, so you can't remove it or any. Yeah, it's interesting.
Unless there's an issue, then I'm assuming.
Unless it's the life, safety, welfare, stuff like that, which obviously was the case. But our staff had to go in and conduct the investigation and then remove the animals before. Yeah, so it's a whole different thing, and it's interesting. And a lot of people, you don't think about that partnership between animal services and law enforcement or the sheriff's office very often, how closely they work together.
And then I see in our notes here, so if you do know, or if you're suspecting a case of animal abuse, please call our animal services director. The phone number we have here is 386-248-1790. You can also go online, volusia.org. You can go on social media. I know that they are active and have a place for you to send them a message, and it'll give you some information on who to call. And that's the message, that if you do see something, say something, and give them a call and let them know what's going on. So what a special story. Some other kind of current event stuff. Rockville's in town.
Yes.
I feel like you would be interested in that.
Those are my people. Yeah, yeah.
I feel like you, despite being bald, were into the hair bands.
Absolutely.
The cool rock stages.
Heather, in my life, I've only met 2 rock bands. Motley Crue was one of them. In a year that I'm not even going to tell you what it was because I don't remember. They headlined last night. And
you missed it.
Oh, I know.
Could have gone out in like the parking lot and just had your lighter. And
I threatened to do that.
But being out in the parking lot, we did see a message from the Daytona Beach International Airport that there will be some heavier traffic in the area, that the airport parking lot is not a parking lot for Rockville, and to keep it a little bit free-flowing so people can get on and off those planes as quickly as possible. So if you are in the area around the Speedway, around the airport, allow for some extra time. And if you're attending Rockville, again, with that excessive heat, get some water and make sure you're staying hydrated. My rock story is my last house we lived in Sanford in Seminole County. We have this guy, he's playing his guitar every single day. And my father-in-law, Tom, was like, "Do you know who that is?" And I was like, "No, that's just like my neighbor. He just moved here. I don't know. He plays his guitar all the time. He's out there all the time." And he's like, "That's Pat Travers."
Oh, really?
And I was like, I still
you did not, you
rings no bells.
You live next door to Pat Travers in the middle of nowhere?
We lived across the street from Pat Travers, and he was outside all day long. And so after my father-in-law told me that, instantly going to Google, he opened for Aerosmith back in the day.
Yeah,
and I was like,
big.
That's the coolest thing ever. And I told one of my friend's moms, and I'm going to actually have to send her the link to watch this show. And she was like, "What? Pat Travers is your neighbor?"
That is so funny.
I would come to your house and make out with him right now. And I was like, "Dora,
wow,
Lord have mercy, your husband's hearing this." And we always joke with her that "Oh, you're gonna go kiss my neighbor next time you come over." So
wait, so did you ever talk to him?
We talked to him a little bit. He actually was still doing some performing and some writing and was still kind of in the business, but very nice guy. He owned some chihuahuas, which I thought was very interesting. You go from being a rock star to a chihuahua dad. And I'm like,
he's like Lady Gaga now.
It's kind of cute.
She's got those little dogs, man.
Very nice guy. It's such a funny story. But anyway,
do you know who Hart is? Hart?
Sing a song.
Oh God, no! I'm not singing a song.
Well, if you're gonna prank me and make me, ooh, Barracuda, dun, 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 dun.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah. So it's 2 sisters from Seattle, right? I learned at one point that one of them bought a house in Palatka. I think it's Palatka. Palatka of all places,
Why?
right on the St. Johns River. And so did you laugh because I made fun of Palatka? Yeah, you did. So I made my wife drive all the way up there to her house at one point, and we looked down her 10-mile driveway to see what we could see. We could see nothing, but the gate was open. I was like, God, we could just walk right in and meet. I think it's Anna's who was there.
Well, you might meet some guard dogs or maybe some weapons.
I'm pretty sure she probably wasn't there.
I think you should just go down people's
They may have been on tour. But anyway, it was very exciting, and it was a close brush.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Maybe they're
That's
at
my whole story.
Rockville. I don't know.
That
Maybe Pat Travers is at Rockville.
Yeah.
But some other current events. Votran, they've got a lot of updates with this traffic and whatnot. Again, for Rockville, there may be some delays. They will have a schedule change for graduation at the Ocean Center, which is coming up right here, May 14th through the 26th. So all of our high schools here in Volusia County do their graduation at the Ocean Center. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, yeah, I'll be there in a couple weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, one of my 19 kids are graduating.
There you go. Congratulations.
Yes, 18 to go.
So some of their routes will detour in and outbound, and then during Memorial Day, they'll have some schedule updates, but their routes and services for New Smyrna Beach's Flex and Voride will not operate on Memorial Day. So if you do use Votran, Voride, Flex, Gold, all the services that they have around these holidays, just head over to the website, check your app for all the updates on what the delays or changes may be.
Listen, I don't want to tell you how to run your show, but it may be time for a second break.
Yeah, let's do it.
No, thanks.
We are Volusia County Beach Safety. We're here to serve Volusia County's 47 miles of unique coastline. You know, Volusia County beaches. Yeah, those beaches. But also these beaches. We have millions of visitors every year, and we work around the clock to keep our beaches safe and beautiful. And you can help.
Swim near a staff lifeguard tower.
Pick up your trash and fill holes. Identify, avoid, and escape rip currents.
Please leave the beach cleaner than you found it.
There we go. Look out for one another and keep an eye on kids, especially near the traffic lane and in the water.
Pets are allowed at our 2 pet-friendly beaches, Lighthouse Point Park and Smyrna Dunes Park.
If you see something, say something.
A clean and safe beach guarantees fun in the sun for everyone. Thank you for doing your part to keep Volusia County beaches beautiful. See you at the beach!
Make the most of your day at the beach. Download the Volusia County Beaches app today. Sign up for real-time notifications on vehicle ramp openings and closings. Find staffed lifeguard towers. Get updates on tides and beach conditions, plus off-beach parking and coastal parks info. Volusia County Beaches app is available for your smart devices at the App Store and Google Play.
Happy Friday. You are listening to Volusia Today. I am Heather, your host, for one last time before I depart Volusia County to be a stay-at-home mom. Maggie, why are you laughing?
I don't know. It just sounded kind of sad.
Oh,
Are you at all sad that you're leaving us? Because I don't see it on your face.
Say her smile's way too big.
I know.
She's way too giddy this morning.
I mean, I'm going to be with my kids. Like, there's just...
What are you going to do with them all summer?
There's no comparison, clearly.
What am I going to do with them all summer?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the list is endless. We're actually really excited. Immediately, I've already scheduled some play dates with other stay-at-home moms or friends that have part-time.
Oh, Maggie, all I hear is wine.
Part-time schedules.
That translates into wine. Yeah, it does.
No, it's not till the kids are asleep.
I got TikTok.
Usually.
I know what goes on at those things.
No, I try not to in the daytime. Once the sun goes down, all bets are off. The Marine Science Center will absolutely be going there. I want to make sure the kids are staying a little bit, in the learning phase and not just going like full summer mode.
Come on, man, it's summer.
We'll be doing some story times. There are 14 branches of libraries in Volusia County alone that I want to go to. I know that we've never made our way to any of the East Side libraries, so I'm excited to go visit them because I think some of them are a little bit bigger than the ones we have on the West Side. But on the West Side, my kids have never been to Lionia.
They have summer camp. You could sign them up for summer camp.
And they can pet reptilians. And some starfish.
They have reptiles at Lionia?
Yeah.
Reptiles galore. I am terrified.
I don't
like
that.
Maggie's not a fan.
I've been there so many times, and every time they're like, Maggie, come on, hold the snake. And I'm like, I'm going to sit on the other side of the room. I will zoom in to take the picture. I'm not getting that close.
You've never touched one?
Oh, I've touched them. I just don't want to ever again.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. I think my kids will be into it. And I want to start them at this age so, they're not afraid of them.
Yeah.
And so when they see, a cockroach or a lizard in the house, they'll be the ones to get it for me because I don't want to. But at Lionia, I have no issue with touching this. I don't know because I feel like they know what they're doing. They're not going to let the snake bite me, right?
Oh, they definitely do. They definitely take it out and they know what they're doing. It is not their fault at all that I am terrified. It is personally my own fear. It is nothing to do with anyone.
And I just trust them so much. I'm like, they're not going to put me in harm's way.
No, see, I'm with Maggie on that. All snakes are venomous, poisonous man-eaters, right? They will all kill you.
Pictures, the pictures of the snakes.
Yeah. They can kill you with their eyes, Maggie. Don't look at them.
They're so soft, though.
Are they really?
The snake? Yeah, they're like
They're not like scaly,
silky. I don't know.
Wait, so can we go back to the library? So you quit your job so you can take your kids on a library tour?
Have you been to the library?
Yes,
Recently?
I've been to a library somewhere. I'm sure I have. Yes.
Well, we were at the DeLand Library the other day, and they've got all these little like interactive places for the kids to just go around with. And there were 2 other little girls, and my daughter was very interested. And it's like they can socialize with me being a stay-at-home mom. Like there are people out in the real world doing these things. And I picked up 4 books. Have you purchased a book lately? They're like $20 at Barnes and Noble.
Yeah.
So I'm going to the library and I'm picking out a handful of books that now I can rotate through the kids, and I've got new books for a week that they've never read before, and then they don't just sit and collect dust on their bookshelf. I can bring them back. It's like a mom's dream, and there's just a gazillion to choose from.
God, Maggie, I'm so jealous.
Let's
quit our jobs and go to the library all summer.
That sounds wonderful.
Wait, do they make you leave your wine at the door, or do they let you in with it? No?
Just bring a closed container.
Yeah.
Nice.
Maggie's got the tricks.
Not like that. Berry Hall has their story time, which may or may not have like also been a little inspiration to be a stay-at-home mom, because I went out and did a little video for it and was like, man, this is the life.
Is it well attended?
It was well attended. There was, at least 10, 15 kids and their parents, grandparents.
Nice.
And they do activities and things like that. We'll obviously do the beach. We'll obviously do the splash pads, spend time with my parents. They have a pool. All our grandparents have a pool. So we'll be making sure to do the grandparent rotation as well. So lots of things to do in Volusia County. Lots of ways to keep your kids involved in the learning aspect of the things that you would do over the summer. So, I mean, we're really excited.
Look at that, Matt. You can take like the girl out of the PIO role, but you can't take the PIO marketing specialist out of the girl. She's still selling it, right?
Well, and working here really did.
Done remix.
It did open my eyes to the things that are available to us as Volusia County residents at no or low cost, and that's another reason why I was able to go ahead and take the time. So with that, we can take one last break.
Break?
Yeah. Guess we're not taking a break.
Okay, so be careful out there at Rockville, and there's a lot of traffic all around, not just the airport, the entire area. And Heather, you go have a wonderful life. Please stay in touch with us.
I will. I'll be commenting on Facebook and saying great job, everybody, and following you and downloading all the apps and making sure that I know what's going on in Volusia County.
Or how about you? Are you going to miss her, Maggie?
Of course.
Yeah, I think we all are.
Fun in the office.
Well, have a great weekend, Volusia County. This is Volusia Today.